Hello students, good afternoon. I am sure that you are keeping well and you are safe. Your family members are also doing well. I know that we all are passing through an unusual time. Our movements are restricted. Our normal life is being controlled or restricted to a great extent. But in order to stay safe, in order to prevent this situation, in order to combat this pandemic, we have to adhere to the guidelines of the Honorable Government of India and state government as well. We know that we are experiencing something which we have never been exposed to. But every situation, every time is giving us a kind of experience that we must encash for our future time. Now, coming back to this period, that many of us are a bit anxious. We are feeling that we are amidst of great danger, but always remember that there is a time that after every bad time there has to be a good time to come, and no situation can prevail over a longer period of time. If the wheel turns, and surely we will come across a good time ahead. Now, instead of being engrossed in so much of negative thoughts or so much of speculations per se, we can do many things whichever we do like, whichever we couldn't pursue because of some other assignment, some other engagement. The ultimate word is that engage yourself, stay inside, and engage yourself in some activities whichever you like and which can give you some sort of advantage in coming future. Now, as far as the management students are concerned, I can only share some of my thoughts with them, whosoever else is pursuing the management education and who are aspirant. I can only share some of my thoughts which I will be sharing now. Now, these days, as we are being locked down under lockdown conditions, many organizations, many publishing houses, many online platforms are offering some courses. Now, if you look at this situation and if you look at the requirement of the industry prior to this pandemic or per se, you can notice that there is a demand for the candidates whosoever else is very good at handling data. I mean, analysis of data is an important parameter for recruitment. Furthermore, after this crisis, situational leadership and crisis management would be required more by the recruiters in future. Also, innovation, critical thinking, and thinking out of the box will play a major role while selecting a candidate. Now, I shall only talk about the analytics part. Whatever stream you select, whatever area or whatever domain you want to specialize, without data or without fact, you cannot take any prudent decisions. Today we are rich with data, but it is equally important to get meaningful information out of that so that we can take some prudent decisions of this. Particularly if you look at this current scenario, it is even more important to sharpen your data analytics skill to forecast some possibilities during a business operation. While you are taking some sort of decision, you can forecast certain possibilities of disruption or uncertainties. In other words, operating within uncertainty, you have to take certain decisions which can give you an advantage. For that, you need to understand the importance of data, the meaning of data, and how to handle those data in order to get a meaningful information out of that. Now, there are several, as I said, that there are several platforms, there are several media, there are several agent organizations are offering free courses these days on data analytics or different other areas. I can mention few of them. Due to the restrictions of time, I can mention few of them. For example, these days Harvard Business School and is offering certain courses that pertains to the domain of engineering, as well as the domain of computer science, as well as the domain of social science. From every domain they are offering certain courses. You may check and you may log in into to attend those lectures, all these things. Coming to the other things, Udemy Academy, then your NPTEL, our own NPTEL SWAM, there are many courses which are related to data analytics. I'm not talking about that during this. I'm not saying that during this lockdown period you can do a havoc, but you at least you can sharpen your basic data analytics skills, basic statistics, and basic things that will come handy when you start your PGDM course or when you join your organizations after graduating from your college, because it is always better to stay ahead of the competition and prepare yourself when the situation is not under your control completely. So it is better to engage yourself. Now, these days several resources are also available. For example, Springer Publishing House, Oxford, Tata McGraw-Hill, they all are offering links to access their online resources in terms like textbooks or periodicals or some literatures. So one may go through those links and one may connect to the topic of their area or specializations to stay updated with the contemporary practices. You know, research orientation is one of the factors that the employers consider these days. In CBS, we put major emphasis on this data analytics and research orientation. I mean, last year only we have introduced a course called Introduction to Python, having recognized the importance of handling big amount of data, which is known as these days big data, a huge volume of data with larger variety and generated at a higher speed. And in order to take advantage of information obtained from analyzing those big data, you need to have a hands-on knowledge on certain tools. Python is one of such open source software which allows you to handle data. Furthermore, we have added major emphasis on statistics. We have added additional courses on statistics, and the objective is to see the data from the perspective of a manager and try to draw an inference out of certain evidence so that you can take fact-based decisions. And also we are encouraging our students to put more and more effort in doing certain research. In CBS, we give much importance on research. The students are encouraged to read the contemporary topics, the current scenarios related to their subject they are studying, and do certain research or do certain things which is original in nature under the mentorship of the faculty members. And we encourage the students to write as much as they can. If you visit the Calcutta Business School website, you may find that there is a tab called Lockdown Diaries, where our students are expressing their views, their opinions, their aspirations, their perspectives in writing. You can always visit. We have a separate blog section as well. And during this lockdown period, as everything is, we are not advised to go to college and resume our normal regular classes. We are converted into online class mode. We have already we are already carrying out our SIP in terms of research. We are connected with our students, and our students are doing some research on some important topics or pertinent topics that are of interest today, while staying inside their room, inside their house. In Calcutta Business School, we also have taken an initiative to send some reading materials on contemporary topics or basics of management to all the aspirants, whosoever else is aspiring to pursue management education. And this process has already been started, and the contents, the views, the articles, the literatures, the basic theories, all are being shared with the aspirants of management education, because we understand that positivity is something which is required at this point of time. You must stay positive. You must believe that a good time will surely come, because history says that mankind has suffered from many bad times, but they have come out of those bad times, and we have seen progress of civilization. So likewise, we are expecting that very soon we will come out of this unusual situation, and then this kind of preparation will be useful for you to stay ahead of the competition. Once again, I won't take much of your time, because but I would like to end that: be positive, stay inside, take care of yourself and your family members, because don't forget that you are not all staying safe doesn't not only mean that you are committed to your family, you are also committed to your nation, you are also I'm sorry, committed to the organizations, because if you feel ill, then organization may lose some useful talent. So stay safe, stay inside, adhere to the rules of the government and restrictions, but engage yourself in some positive activities. We will surely come out of this situation, and we will make this world a beautiful world again. For that time being, thank you all for your patience hearing, and Jai Hind.